Hello. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Uh, it's nice to see you once again. Happy Sunday. Let's quickly start our lecture for today. Our lecture today will center on BCG Matrix. After the BCG Matrix, we have SWOT analysis that we are going to discuss on briefly. Thank God, SWOT analysis is a familiar topic. At the same time, we have a subtopic that discusses about SWOT analysis. For us to know the meaning of SWOT analysis, SOAR. After the SWOT analysis, we have PIMS analysis, abbreviated as PIMS. Uh, After the PIMS analysis, there are some terms that ICAN said we should understand the meaning of those terms. I've tried to expatiate them a little bit. That is hyper competition. We are required to know the meaning of lock-in strategy too, and the answer of growth strategy. So within the limit of time that we have, I want to quickly achieve all these topics, and then we pray that the network will be a little bit stable for us. So can we kickstart our lecture, my amiable learner students? To start with, we are starting with the Boston Consulting Group Matrix. We all have the shared material, please. I need response so that we can save our time. And I can know that you are going along with me. Can we start? Okay. Our lecture of the day, the Boston Consulting Group Matrix. The Boston Consulting Group Matrix that we are seeing is developed by American scholars. The strategic scholars in America. And this growth matrix is expected to be used by management to evaluate their product and services performance in any industry where they are operating. The BCG matrix is developed for companies that operate in different industry. It is equally useful for companies that produce more than one product. That means any company that produce just one product cannot use BCG matrix. That is the implication of the matrix. It is meant for companies that produce at least two, three, four products or more than that, or a company that operates in different industries. The main objective of this BCG is for us to be able to measure our product performance in relation to that of the competitors in the same industry. At the same time, for companies to achieve product planning, that's another important thing that we use BCG matrix for. On the product performance in terms of market share and profitability in whatever industry they are up, good returns, and at the same time, they want a situation whereby if the company is producing 3, 4, or 5 products, all those products will be competitive in the industry. They don't want a situation whereby any of their products will be non-performing. And that's the reason why we said the main objective is to have a balanced portfolio of investments and to generate high return on investment on all their products. The BCG matrix is also called 2 by 2 matrix. That should be known because in exam condition, we might be asked that using the 2 by 2 matrix of BCG, so it won't be strange to us. Another name for the BCG matrix is 2 by 2 product matrix. So it is called 2 by 2 matrix or product of business analysis. So one side of the matrix represents the market growth, while the other side of the matrix represents the market share. So if that is known, then we should realize that the BCG classify businesses or products into 4 major types. It classifies businesses or products into 4 major types. We have 1, star products. 2, we have cash cow products. 3, we have question mark products. 4, we have dog products. These are the 4 classes of products that BCG classify. And all these products that we have is star product, cash cow product, problem child product, and dog product. The classification is based on the market share and market growth. You can see we have the market growth on the left-hand side, in the x-axis there, while we have the market share below. If the market is growing, it implies that the market is attractive. And since the market is attractive, what is our own share in that market in terms of sales, profitability? So I re-emphasize that the BCG matrix classify products and businesses into 4 based on the market growth and the market share. The 4 classifications are market share and market. The customer demand is very strong in that market, and as a result, what is that? Hello. The customer demand is very strong in the market, and that product does not disappoint the company because it's bringing in a very stable, huge and high returns for the company. So you should know that a star product is a product that sells in a high growing market and generates high return. Is question mark product. The question mark product is also called problem child product. That is another name for question mark product. A problem child product, it is a product.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. It seems the network can trip off.
Yeah.
Will I start from the beginning or where do you? Okay,
That
let's.
2 by 2, sir.
What do you say?
That 2 by
Alessandra,
2.
what do you say?
That 2 by
Okay,
2.
okay. Any other contribution? Okay. The star products, let me quickly run over that again. The star products are products that we sell in an high growing market, and that product generates high market share. The high growing market is used to measure the industry attractiveness and competitiveness. Any industry I will say is high, it shows the industry, that market is attractive, that market is competitive, that market is a profitable market. And our product that we are selling here, what we use to measure the performance of our product is the market share. That is the sales volume, the profitability, the return on investments, and other yardsticks that we use to measure product performance. So the very reason why we say the star product operate in a high growing market and generate high market share. This product is a very strong brand. It's an established brand in the market that is well known to the customers. The product have high good profit margin, and it's expected of the company to minimize all operational costs on this product and embark on mass production so that it can be able to continue to gain sustainable profitability on this product. Some of the star products are previously a question mark product that has been transformed. So that means if our products fall into question mark quadrant or matrix, we must not lose hope. We have to ensure we give it needed support, because previously we have already had some products that are underperforming and we nurture them to become a performing product. It is always good for a company to have a star product so that they will not just over relent on their cash cow products. The second one that we have is question mark products. A question mark product is also called a problem child product. This product generates a low market share in a high growing market. The interpretation of that is that the product is selling in an attractive industry, profitable industry, competitive industry, but funny enough, the product generates a low market share. This is a concern for the organization. Due to that low market share, we have to ensure that we realize the full potential of this product in terms of sales and profitability. And we all knew that some of the star products that we are proud of today, that is generating sales potential for us and profitability, some of them have already fallen into this bracket before. So the scholar that formulated the BCG Matrix advised that management should ensure they give the question mark product all needed support. They should continue with promotion, consistency in the product quality. They should do sales promotion, probably event sponsorship, look for more distributors. If there is need for us to toy with price in order to stimulate customers' demand, we can review the pricing policy on this product. So we are doing that to make sure that we reduce further losses on this product, and for that product to move into star bracket, to become a rising star category. So the management advice we are giving company is that we don't want the company to neglect this product or stop further production of the product. We don't want this product to fall into the dog bracket. As a result of that, the company must give a question mark product all necessary aggressive strategy and marketing support, since the product have future potential profitability. Having looked at that, we have the third one that we have as cash cow products. Cash cow product. A cash cow product is a product. Cash cow product. It is a product that generates excess profit for the organization. This product operates in a low growing market. You can see here, it operates in a low growing market but generates high market share. That means the industry where this product is selling is slow or low. The reason why we have a low or slow growing market here is because that industry is a mature industry that is full of competing products. A lot of competitors introduce similar undifferentiated products that is competing for the same customers. As a result of that, the growth rate of that market is slow, yet that product generates high market share. This product that we call cash cow product, it generates it generates excess significant cash flow, meaning that that product is generating the excess profit, and that excess profit that the product is generating, the company do what? The company make the excess profit. When we say a company make excess profit, means that they utilize the excess profit to finance other underperforming products like question mark product and dog products. They make it. They take that excess profit to finance other weak products or businesses so that their own performance in terms of sales and profitability can increase. The marketing strategy that we advise for management under the cash cow product is that we are going to inform the examiner that the cash cow product strategy should be maintained. We maintain status quo on the strategy. We must not alter our strategy for success on these products, but the alteration of any of the marketing means or any of the strategy can affect the performance of these products. So cash cow product is the best product that generates the excess profits for the organization. Cash cow product is the breadwinner of the company. So they leverage on the profit they realize on these products to pay overhead expenses, rentages, dividends of shareholders. We can use the products to obtain loan. That is what we call debt capacity from banks. Then let's now look at the dog product. What are those products that we call dog product or dog business? A dog product is a product that generates low market share in a low growing market. This is more or less the worst product that a company could have, because the product is selling in a low growing market. The market is not attractive, it's not competitive, and at the same time, the product generates low market share. So we have low market share in a low growing market. So this product, if care is not taken, it can make the company to sustain some losses. You can see it might well be loss making, and therefore the product can bring about what we call a negative cash flow. To avoid the incidence of negative cash flow, we have to ensure that this product is strictly monitored. Out of all our product portfolio, we have to monitor the performance of the product to ensure that the product did not bend towards negative returns. And if the product continue with a poor performance, what are we going to do? The many organizations, they do what? They discontinue dogs. What is the meaning of this statement? Many organizations discontinue dogs. It means that for them not to continue to sustain losses on this product, many organizations engage in what we call divestment strategy. That is withdrawal strategy. They stop further production of these products. But most of the dogs products, we don't advise organizations to quickly stop further production of this product. They can toy with so many strategies: relaunching of the products, reduction of the product price, exporting the product to a less competitive market. Because this dog product might be an established brand that make vital contribution to the company product portfolio or brand image. So as a result of that, you must not do what we call hasty decision to embark on divestment strategy. So the BCG matrix limitations. What are some of the limitations or the shortcomings of BCG matrix? One of the shortcomings of BCG matrix is that the matrix use two indicators or parameters to measure product or business performance. So meaning that we have so many criteria that we can use to measure product performance, but these particular model use two indicators. Secondly, is that there are some scholars that says that it is practically difficult for us to determine what high and low, high market share and low growth rate means, because in some situation we can have a market with a low growth rate, and that product in that market is performing, is generating huge returns. At the same time, we have another criticism that the matrix assumes that each strategic business unit is independent. But in reality, you discover that most of these strategies that the companies are using, most of the products that we are selling, some of them require a potential synergy for them to perform. So evidence shows that some of the strategy of the companies are dependent on each other. Some products too are dependent on each other. But we have a situation whereby we have companies using what we call trade up or trade down. They use an established brand to sell a brand that is not established. In the third criticism here, they said the position of dog product is frequently misunderstood. That's a powerful observation. Why is it frequently misunderstood? Because as many dog products play a vital role in helping the company to achieve their competitive advantage. At the same time, we have that dog products may be required to complete a product range and provide a credible presence in what? In the market. So looking at this statement here, let me use this as an example. There was a time 7-Up fall into the bracket of dog. At that time, the company do all they could to boost the performance of this product in terms of sales and return, because it's a direct competitor to Sprite. 7-Up failed to pick. The company has to develop another product to complement its effort, that is Mountain Dew, so that both 7-Up and Mountain Dew can be able to fight Sprite. You can see that the company did not just withdraw 7-Up all because its performance at that period is bad. Because 7-Up is a brand that cannot be deleted in the market. 7-Up came before the likes of Mirinda, the likes of Pepsi, that now become the cash cow of the company now, because they are using Pepsi to fight Coke and other cola drink. So dog may be required to complete a product range. So when we are talking of the product range of 7-Up now, if 7-Up is not there, if you are mentioning Coke, if you are mentioning Pepsi, Mirinda, Mountain Dew, Aquafina water, or what have you they are producing, if you have not mentioned 7-Up, that their product range is not complete. But that is the most established brand globally. It is understood again that the brand fail to consider the external influence on product and business performance. So these are some of the observations of scholars about the merit of the BCG matrix. But that notwithstanding, in conclusion, we discover that the Boston Group matrix provide a useful starting point. A useful starting point in the assessments of the performance of products and services, and more importantly, the strategic business unit. So it's a very good model that we use to evaluate our product and business performance. So as a result of that, companies that operate in the industry and have more than 2 or 3 products, or they operate in different industry, they are expected to use BCG model to evaluate their business and product performance. I assume that is understood. If that is understood, permit me to move to the next topic. So the next topic we are looking at is SWOT analysis, which I said you and I we are all familiar with. I even have some of my students here that can orientate me more on the SWOT analysis, because I know you are all gifted and God will crown your efforts. The first coming exam, all of us are going to smile. The SWOT analysis stands for X, strength of the company; W, weaknesses of the company; the O, opportunities of the company; while the T stand for threats. Threat, THREAD. We can pluralize it because there can be many threats. Threat means challenges, turbulence, the company experience in the competitive market or business environment. So we start with the strength analysis. The strength analysis is an internal analysis. So that's the reason why I put internal in front of it. The first two alphabets, the S and W, strength and weaknesses, they are internal analysis. While O and T, opportunity and threat, they are external analysis. So the strength analysis, it is an internal analysis that we use to determine the relative areas of improve and significant performance of the company in relation to their competitors. Strength analysis is used for the company to know the areas where they are performing better, the critical success factors. That is what we use the strength analysis for. The whole idea of the strength analysis is for us to identify the areas where we are doing very well and how we can leverage on these identified areas to gain competitive advantage over our rivals. The strength of the company is their unique selling point. The strength of the company is what? Is referred to as unique selling point and firm-specific advantage that give us sustainable competitive advantage if we further improve on it and maintain that landmark performance. The strength of the company normally comes from their capability, competency, product development. These are some areas where we have the company strength. You can see that we have here examples of strength of a company is valuable company resources, patent rights. We have strong brand reputation. Brand reputation is a good example of what we call the strength of a company. But when you have a good brand reputation, then that brand reputation will give you brand equity, global brand positioning, customers loyalty, brand acceptability. So brand reputation is a good strength of the company. At the same time, innovation, investment in innovation and technology, availability of talented, experienced, skillful workforce is a good strength of the company too. So what the company is expected to do is to leverage on all these strengths, ensure their sustenance for them to gain competitive advantage. Further examples of the strengths are highlighted in bullet points here. We have extensive investment and improvement in research, highly skilled workforce, investment in equipment. Those are the latest equipments and technology. Patent rights. We have high profit margin here too. So I don't want the bullet to be too much. High profit margin, sustainable profitability is a strength of the company. Our staff motivation and development in terms of training, capacity development and the rest is a good strength of the company too. Staff motivation coupled with product innovation and differentiation. You can be able to bring about an innovative product, and that innovative product we do in such a way that we produce a differentiated product that have attributes more than the existing product. It gives us a lot of strength. Low staff turnover too is a strength of a company because it is not good for a company to be experiencing high staff turnover, whereby some of their staff will be leaving the company to seek for further greener pasture in another company. They are leaving us with the experience they have accumulated over time, and that will create a gap, a vacuum that the company needs to fill. And when you have a low staff turnover, it shows that we are motivating our staff. It shows the staff have perceived confidence in us. It is always good for a company to have a low staff turnover rather than having a high staff turnover. Because if you have a high staff turnover, it shows that the company is sick. It's one of the symptoms to show that things are not doing well in the company, for you to be experienced situation whereby staff are just leaving the company. Some go unnoticed, some they will tender a letter of resignation. So low staff turnover is a good strength of a company. Opposite strength of a company is what we call the organization weaknesses. And I've told you the weaknesses analysis is an internal analysis. It's something that we do within the company. The essence of that weaknesses is to identify the gray areas, the areas that needs improvements, the areas that we don't get right. Because the internal weaknesses are harmful to the organization, and it can bring about retrogression of the company performance. To avoid that, we have to ensure that we do the internal analysis to identify the areas that need improvement. The weaknesses of the company could come in form of lack of patent protection, poor reputation. It can be corporate reputation or brand reputation. Poor reputation, customer switching, brand avoidance, small working capital. Bad leadership is one of the weaknesses of the company too. Lack of investment in innovation and technology. All these things are weaknesses that the companies have to improve for them to remain competitive. So we have the slow progress in time of research, poor record of converting research projects. All these are typical examples of what we call weaknesses of the company. So opportunities. The opportunity is external analysis of the various areas that the company can diversify or exploit in order for them to gain, improve, expansion, in order for the company to gain competitive advantage, and in order for the company to gain leadership position in the market. So company must ensure they constantly identify the areas of external opportunity that they can exploit for further growth of the company. And in analyzing your external business environment, we have to ensure that the personal analysis that we discussed about, I think that was our last lecture, upper lecture, is effectively utilized. We have to see to the analysis of the personal analysis to look at what are the opportunities or challenges that we can have in the political forces, the economic forces, socio-cultural forces, technology forces, legal and demographic forces. All these macro environmental forces have to be effectively utilized. But it is in the business environment where the opportunity we are looking for to succeed reside. So ability to invest on deliberate opportunity identification, DOI, goes a long way for the company to succeed in any industry where they are operating. So example of opportunities that we have is strong growth in total market demand. That is, we have done a research on the consumer buying habits. We discovered that the consumer demand for our product is high. New scientific discovery, favorable government policy, tax rebate or holiday, discovery of new resources, or discovery of new areas of business diversification. These are what we call opportunities that are bound in the business environment. Threats. I inform you that threats is also called turbulence, problems or challenges that the company is experiencing. These threats, as an individual or business organization, we must not allow the environmental challenges to overcome our company. We must formulate policy and strategy to adapt or overcome all these threats. Because failure to do so, it can lead to premature extinction of the company from the industry. So we have to ensure we identify the threat facing the company. One good example of a threat when we are having increasing number of new competitors coming into the industry without any restriction or trade barrier, is a very big threat to the company. A threat can come due to changes, sudden changes in the business environment. It can come as a result of changes in climatic condition. Threat can come as a result of insecurity in the areas where we are operating. Threat can come from our competitors. Maybe our competitors introduce a new product into the industry, and this new product is causing customer switching. So we have to ensure that we invest heavily in producing a similar product for us not to lose all our customers to the competitors. So threat can equally come due to recent merger by two major competitors. We have situation whereby two major competitors, they match together in form of collaboration. That will strengthen them. So we have to ensure, how can we tackle this situation? So another area of threat might be stricter regulations of friendly government business policy, like increase in tax rates, increase in interest rates. All these are sources of threats. Influence of new technology, and we discover that this new technology, our major competitors have invested in it. They have acquired latest equipment that can increase their product quality and productivity. Insecurity is part of our threat. Declining economic performance, like inflation, unemployment, supply of money, access to finance. They are typical example of what we call threats that can subdue the performance of the company or retrogress their performance. So we have to ensure we identify all these threats and design policy or strategy on how to cope with all these threats. So having looked at the SWOT analysis, we quickly look at the meaning of CSF and KPI. CSF and KPI. What do we call CSF? CSF means critical success factor. Critical success factor, abbreviated as CSF. While the KPI means key performance indicators. By CSF, we mean identification of the critical aspects of the company operational activities and strategy. With the use of this CSF, it will aid strategic planning for the organization. It aids strategic planning for the organization and promotes ability of the company to make better choice of the industry where they will operate. So CSF, if effectively used, give the company competitive advantage. It makes us to make effective choice of the industry. It promotes strategic planning and give us what? Competitive advantage over our competitors. So our ability to effectively use the critical success factor of the company will equally facilitate good strategic implementation and measurement of business performance. That's the reason why CSF is very, very essential. A good example of critical success factor now is product quality. That means quality is key to the success of our organization. And how can we sustain this critical success factor? What we can do is to put in place a good key performance indicators, which is TQM, total quality management, quality assurance. You can see how the two relate now. We said CSF means total quality management. We want to improve and ensure consistency in our product quality so that we will not betray the trust and confidence of our customers, because what they are buying is the quality they are paying for in our products. So according to Johnson and Scholes, Johnson and Scholes identified 6 steps approach to critical success factor. So the scholars say for you to gain competitive advantage using critical success factor, there are 6-step approach that companies are expected to use. The first step is we must identify the success factors that are critical for profitability. And according to the scholar, the success factors that we are using that are critical to our profitability must give us both long-time and short-time gains. We must not just relent on short-time profitability. No, the scholar said curiosity for short-time gains is disadvantageous to the company. Even when Porter was discussing about this issue in the strategic positioning, he said focus must be on long-term profitability. So Johnson and Scholes re-emphasized that here, that achieving competitive advantage using critical success factor require 6 strategic steps or approaches. The first one is to identify the success factor that will give the company long-term profitability and short-term profitability. A good example for you to understand this, I've simplified this for you. He said, example, this might include low selling price. Low selling price, that is our critical success factor. That we want to succeed in this industry. We want to have edge over other competitors. By doing what? By selling at the lowest obtainable price in the market. We might be the only one doing this, or we might be among companies using that low selling price, cost leadership strategy. And I said, it is one thing for us to sell at a low price, but it is another for us to use a critical key performance indicator that if we sell at a low price and there is no prompt delivery of the material, we have not achieved anything. The customers will look elsewhere, that our price is reasonable, but there is always late delivery of the material. So the scholar advised in number 1, using low selling price is a good critical success factor that can give us short and long time profitability, but we have to ensure that we put in place effective delivery of the material at the right time. And at the same time, we have to ensure that our 4 P's of marketing is well utilized. The 4 P's of the marketing means our product, price, place, and promotion. That all this marketing means when they have well utilized, then we can achieve that number 1. Number 2 says that the company or individual businessman must identify what is necessary. What is necessary in order to achieve a superior performance in the critical success factor. So what are those things that is necessary? For instance, for us to achieve our superior performance, what is necessary is a critical success factor is low sales price. Pencil in yellow. I highlighted that in yellow for us to know that all these important things that I put in ink, we have to notice. What is necessary here to interpret the step 2 is that we want to sell at a lower price. Then the company must have strict control over costs. It is necessary for you to have a budgetary control, cost control, for you to achieve low sales price. In the number 2 example, what is necessary? We want prompt delivery. How can we achieve our prompt delivery? We can achieve it through fast production cycle, and maintaining adequate inventory. So that is explanation to number 2. In our number 3, the entity should develop level of critical competency so that it acquire the ability to gain a competitive advantage. So our critical competency has to be well developed. Our capability has to be well developed. Our production techniques have to be well developed. Our staff development must be monitored. we have to train and retrain them. We have to ensure adherence to total quality management. We have to ensure adherence to ethical standards. That is what we call critical competency. In number 4, it was advised that we must identify appropriate key performance indicators. And what are the key performance indicators? Total quality management, customers relationship management, quality assurance, and many more. So once we do this, we can be able to achieve landmark competitive advantage. In the number 5 strategic approach, we must give emphasis to develop critical competency for each aspect of performance. So each aspect of our performance has to be developed critically. We must have competency in supply chain management, competency in procurement or purchasing, competency in inventory management, competency in material acquisition, competency in stock control, competency in cost control and budgetary provisions. You must have competency in staff development. So once we have done that in number 5, then we have to go to 6. That is, monitor the firm's achievements of its target key performance indicator. All our key performance indicator, do we achieve them in the area of total quality management? And how can we know that? What are the total number of sales returns or product defects or complaints from the customers? So all the yardsticks that we highlighted, we have to ensure we review them. Do we achieve that critical success factor and key performance indicator? He said, once this can be done, the company can gain sustainable competitive advantage. So having looked at that in the syllabus, we have a small caption that you might just want to overlook it, but we don't have to overlook this, because this particular topic, they ask what is the meaning of SWOT analysis. Early, I think it was in 2020. That was when ICAN reviewed the syllabus, and they promised that all the recently introduced terms or topics will not be tested. SWOT analysis was a term that was introduced that diet together with Fitzgerald and Moon building block model. Surprisingly, ICAN asked of the meaning of SWOT analysis, and they promised it will not be tested, but it's just recently introduced into the syllabus. So we have to know the meaning of SWOT analysis. So it won't be strange to us what they ask you. What do you understand by SWOT analysis? SOAR, SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is a strategic planning tool that implies the analysis of the company strengths. That is what S stands for. Analysis of the company's strengths. O stands for opportunities, while the A stands for aspiration. Analysis of the company's strengths, opportunity, aspiration, and the last one we have as R stands for results. So of what significance is SWOT analysis? SWOT analysis is more or less an extension of SWOT analysis. It implies the analysis of the company internal strengths, external opportunity, and aspiration. He said, if you have discovered your strength, we have to ensure how can we utilize this our strength, leverage your need to achieve our future goals. So company must at all time carry out SWOT analysis, discover your area of strength, identify opportunity, and you must aspire. That aspire means we must have vision. We must be visionary. We set future goals to be achieved. And at our future goals, we must have parameters, indicators to measure or evaluate their results at the appropriate time. So SWOT analysis helps us in the areas of forecasting, it helps us in the area of strategic planning, and it helps us to set future goals or aspiration and to measure result or performance. That is what we use SWOT analysis for. Another times, under this particular topic is lock-in strategy. What do you mean by lock-in strategy? We are all doing it. All these things is not peculiar to companies alone. And if companies are doing it, you and I can do it. We can recommend this for our companies too. For our own personal business, we can use it. Because it's beyond writing exam. This course is for us to develop ourselves. Intellectual development, exposure, to gain insight into strategic managerial ideas and knowledge. So the lock-in strategy simply means a strategy that companies use in gaining and keeping competitive advantage. In one word, you can jot it down. Lock-in strategy means a customer retention strategy. That is the definition I give it. And that is the most simplified definition that give true meaning to lock-in strategy. Because other scholars, they give so many overview, preambles. They talk about lock-in strategy. It's about 7-8 pages. And this is a thing that we can use just one statement to provide meaning to it. A lock-in strategy is a customer retention strategy that we use to keep both existing and potential customers that buy our products. With the use of lock-in strategy, we hope to gain competitive advantage by locking, retaining all customers that patronize us. In the lock-in strategy, the idea of locking is that when a customer has made an initial decision to purchase, that means first decision, trial purchase decision to purchase a company's product, it is committed to making what? More purchases from the same company in the future. There are instances like that. Like for instance, now let's assume we have a Microsoft product. We buy a Microsoft product, or we buy a laptop, HP product. It might be HP, it might be Dell. Once you buy that product, you want to buy some software, you want to do some installation, or you need some hardware. You now have the engineer informing you that, okay, the only software that you can use on this system is HP software. If it is Dell, they say, Madam Alessandra, I advise you buy just Dell hardware or software. They have done it in a way that you cannot use another spare part or software or accessory on the product. It's only their own software or accessory that you can use. That is lock-in strategy. Kia Motors, so many people are doing it. Apple are doing it. Even all these are mobile phones. We have instances whereby if you buy a Samsung product, you cannot use another software to repair it. You probably have to go to Samsung customer care. That is the meaning of lock-in strategy. For us not to waste much time on lock-in strategy. So next we have hyper competition. What is the meaning of hyper competition? All the topics that we are looking at today, they are very lovely topics. Hyper competition. In hyper competition, we are being asked, please, don't disturb yourself. You are in the right place. You have paid for this service to be rendered, and we have to ensure that everything is simplified for your better understanding. So you not subject yourself to unnecessary stress or cramming. No. Anywhere you see hyper means increasing. That thing is going up. So we now put competition. So hyper competition simply means aggressive competition. Hyper competition occur when the frequency, boldness, and aggressiveness of the customers keeps increasing. With hyper competition, you will discover that in that industry, more competitors are coming. In fact, the existing competitors in that market, they are not sleeping. Day in, day out, they are creating a lot of challenges for us. Day in, day out, they are bringing new products, new features. Day in, day out, they are reviewing their price to cause consistent market disequilibrium and changes. So in hyper competition, no company can be bold enough to say that the situation in the market is not affecting them. You cannot have a predictable performance in terms of sales and profitability, that this week is certain we always make 10 million, we must make 10 million profit this week. No, the activities of the competitors can make it to become 7 million instead of 10 million. In hyper competition, there is persistent changes in the business environment due to the aggressiveness of other competitors that want to remain in business, other competitors that want to snatch your customers. So in hyper competition, the company have to ensure that they put in place environmental scanning. This one will help us to monitor the activities of our competitors in the market. But without that, then it will be harmful to us, in that we will not be able to know what other competitors are doing. In hyper-competitive environment, it is much more difficult to establish sustained competitive advantage. Through what? Through either cost leadership or differentiation. Because if you are just leveraging a lower price or product differentiation, other competitors can use another strategy that is quite different from this. So that's the reason why we have to look for different strategic ways through which we can gain sustainable competitive advantage in hyper-competitive market. And I've told you, you have to ensure you monitor the activities of the competitors at all time. Because in hyper-competitive market, long-time competitive advantage is always difficult. You can only achieve it through using series of strategies, among which are the following: shorter product life cycle. So these are some of the strategies that we can use to cope with hyper competitive markets. When there's an increasing competition in the market, that is the meaning of hyper competition. So strategy for survival are to produce a shorter product life cycle. So the product life cycle now, we can change the innovation, we can review it. It's not a product that we produce that will stay for 4 or 5 years. 2, we must introduce a better product. It might be an innovative product, it might be a differentiated product, a product with new features. At the same time, we can imitate competitors. Imitation of competitors is a good strategy. Yes, not only in a hyper-competitive market, on a norms, the imitation of competitors' product is a good source of strategy, is a good source of product idea. At the same time, you must be proactive. Prevent a competitors gaining a strong initial position by what? Responding quickly, proactiveness, swift reactions to competition strategy. To some companies, they concentrate on small market segments of the market. That is, they use what we call focus strategy. There are so many strategies that we can use in a situation of hyper competition, including the use of CRM, customer relationship marketing, so that we can retain our existing loyal customers, not to lose them to other competitors. Next, we look at PIMS analysis. PIMS. What do we call PIMS analysis? The PIMS analysis stands for profit impact of marketing strategy. The P there stands for profit, I, impact, M, marketing, S, strategy. The PIMS analysis PIMS analysis originated from United States in 1960 from the General Electric. They use this PIMS analysis to get a database of customers. They use it to get a database of all the performance of the company units, departments, and major corporations. With the use of the PIMS analysis, it will be easier for the company to know the effects of the company strategy on their market share, investment, and profitability. So the database that they are obtaining, the database can be used, for example, to relate the sources of the strategic business unit to factors such as the market share, diversification strategy, investment intensity, product or service quality, or labor productivity. So we use our PIM strategy to know that what effect does the company marketing strategy have on the profitability of the company. So if the strategy that we have implemented does not have any significant effect on the profit, then we can stop using those strategies and try to implement another strategy that will be more profitable. So PIMS analysis is used for us to know the effect of the company strategy on return on investment of the company. For instance, in paragraph 3, we have that the purchasing benefits of being a large buyer, is it advantageous to us or disadvantageous? This is one of the PIMS, because the strategy we employ here is that we make provision for large inventory. We order for large inventory in order to make room for immediate consumption and future consumption of material. Buying in larger quantity, being a large buyer, will help us to overcome the incidence of overstocking of material and stock out incident. We don't want to run out of stock of material. Is it advantageous? How is it advantageous? One benefit of this is this: we gain bulk purchase discounts. That buying in large quantity as a strategy, it gives us opportunity to gain quantity discounts. It equally gives us opportunity to prevent stock out of material. We don't run out of stock. Buying in large quantity as a strategy, it gives us opportunity to meet up with the demands of the customers, because we have thousands of raw materials that we can convert into finished goods for the customers. So that means it is profitable. That is exactly what PIMS analysis is talking about. Look at another example here that I pencil for you. The scale of advertising. Before, we don't advertise. Our profit margin is low. Now that we invest weekly on advertising, what effect does that advertising has on the company profitability? So that going concern, we know we are to further invest on advertisement or not. We now discover that before, last year that we don't advertise, we realized 50 million naira as profit after tax. But this year that we invest heavily on advertisement, we assume the company realized 200 million naira as profit after tax. That shows that our strategy, advertising, has impact on the profitability of the company. And that exactly is what we mean by the PIMS analysis. So our last topic for today is strategic direction. That is ANSOF growth matrix. Can I proceed at this junction, or do you have any question? Hello? Okay, I assume there is no question. So our next topic is answer of growth matrix. The growth matrix was developed by a scholar called Igor Ansov. That's the full name of the scholar. You have to note here, in exam proper, ICAN can use the two names. Using Igor Ansov internal development strategy, or ICAN can decide to use one name, using Ansov growth strategy, which is more common. They might not use the two names together. Be they use the two names or one name, the Igor Ansov growth matrix is an internal development strategy that the company can use to expand their business horizon. With the use of the Ansov growth matrix, the customers can increase, the company can increase their customers base. We can increase our customers base. We can increase our local and international coverage, and above all, our profitability. The Ansov growth matrix is equally known as product market expansion grid. So that means in exam condition, last time this was said, I think in 2022, yes, 2022, either May diet or November diet. So they asked them using Ansov growth matrix. And if the examiner like, they can say using the product market expansion strategy. If they want to assist you further, they will put the word Ansov there, so that you will be specific. You will know the particular topic they want to test. So Ansov growth matrix is also called product market expansion grid or product market growth matrix. So we call it a growth matrix because the whole idea of this strategy is for the company to effectively utilize them, for them to achieve increasing growth in sales, increasing growth in customers base, increasing growth in customers patronage, increasing growth in profitability, return on investment, return on equity and assets. So it's a growth strategy. The Ansov growth strategy can be illustrated in the diagram. So as seen, you can see in the vertical we have the product, in the horizontal we have market. We have market penetration, market development, product development, and diversification. So you'll be expected to tell them what you understand by market penetration, product development, market development, and diversification. But funny enough, recently, when I can assess this question, I will inform you that that's the first time I'm seeing that kind of question. They came with a new way of setting question on Ansov by telling us about the company and the product line of the company, the product range. The company produce flour, semofita, and what have you. The demand of the product, they tell us high, low in some markets. The other one, which is elubo, high, low, and what have you. So majority of the customer, our students, will be thinking they want to ask of BCG growth matrix. But surprisingly, I can use that high, low, and at the end of the day, they said they should relate it to Ansov growth matrix. We are still going to look at that past question, maybe before we write our exam, probably before mock or after our mock question. So I'm going to bring the question, we solve it. So the expectation of ICAN is that those products that we have low performance, high performance, they should tell them whether the company should use market penetration strategy, product development strategy, market development strategy, or diversification strategy? So kudos to that scholar that sets that question. I give it to ICAN. It was an interesting way of setting question. So the market penetration strategy, product development strategy, market development strategy, and diversification strategy, they are the four strategies that are discussed and introduced by Igor Ansov. And that's the reason why we call it product market grid strategy. The first one, to start with, market penetration. Please, what you have in front of that market penetration is, market penetration means taking our existing products to existing market. That is the meaning of market penetration. And that is exactly what you will tell the examiner. It has no other meaning, definition, or explanation. Market penetration is about selling more of the company existing products in existing market. With that statement, you can see the company is not producing a new product. They are selling a product that has been known, a product that already produced. They sell it in existing market. They are taking the product to all existing markets. The reason why we are selling it in existing market, or why we are using that market penetration, is to penetrate and grow the customer's base. We want to penetrate, enter more markets, gain more customers, sell more of our products, and make more profits. So in market penetration, we might likely reduce our price. It's a strategy for us to penetrate the market because we have other competitors existing in that market already. So a company may cut their price, they might improve their distribution network, or invest more in marketing, promotion to enter a particular market. That is what we call a market penetration strategy. So in our market penetration strategy, we persuade the distributors, we persuade our existing customers to buy more of our products using price, promotion. We can persuade some of our existing distributors too by giving them quantity discount, trade discount. We can bring about a powerful advertisement that will stimulate customers' demand. All those efforts that we do is what we call market penetration strategy. The second one is product differentiation strategy. Product development strategy, sorry. Product development strategy. The product development strategy means we produce a new product and sell it in existing market. That new product that we produce, we are not taking it to a new market, because our first target customers, anytime we produce a new product, is to sell to our existing loyal customers that have been patronizing us. So under the product development, company develop and sell new products to existing markets. Meaning we develop a new product, we sell it in our existing market to our existing customers. This product that we produce, that we sell a new product, it can be modification to existing products. Modification to existing product. What does that mean? The company can just change the packaging. They can change the label. They can change the, what is it called? The cup. The customer will perceive it as a new product. The company can decide to produce a radically new product that is quite different from what they have been selling. It's still a new product. So what we are after under the product development is that the company invests in research. Company invests in research and development. They come up with innovative products, or they modify, they adjust their existing product and sell it in existing market. Anytime we come with the idea of introducing a new product, we still have to persuade both our existing customers and distributors. We can use promotion to create more awareness about that new product. And at the same time, we can use one strategy that we call push and put strategy. PUSH and PUNN. Push strategy means that we invest on a promotional campaign, advertisements, event sponsorship that will be directed towards the distributors, marketing intermediaries to assist us to sell the product. Or we use pull. That promotion will be directed toward the customers to appeal to the customers to buy our products. So product development is a very good strategy that can give company opportunity to grow. And anytime we produce a new product, it helps us to retain our existing customers and gain new customers. With the development of new products, it will extend our product portfolio. It will encourage the company to invest on product design, product research, innovation, acquisition of new technology. And above all, the development of new products will give the company competitive advantage in any industry where we are operating. It will give us relevance and will be counted among a company that have a very strong brand and large product portfolio. The third strategy discussed by Igor Ansel is market development strategy. In a market development strategy, the simple meaning I've put it in front of it, market development. Our focus is to develop market. That means we are selling our existing product in new market. That is the simple meaning of market development. So market development is all about selling more of the company existing products to new markets. So what we are trying to do here, the strategy is about reaching to new customer segments or expanding locally or internationally. The literary meaning of this is that this strategy, if well utilized, Ansel said it will give the company spontaneous growth in terms of customer sales and profitability. He said it is always good for company to take their product to markets where that product is not known. Expand your geographic market coverage. Don't limit the sale of your product in Lagos. Take it to Aba, Abuja, Ghana, Kaduna, Ogbomoso, Onitsha, the northern part. Nothing stops you from exporting this product outside the country. That is what we call market development strategy. Taking the product to new markets, new geographical area. It can be local government, regional, national, or international. It will give you sales expansion, winning of customers, gaining of more profit. And that brand too will be well known. It will have a sort of a global presence or local presence, because there are some people that do not know about your products. But by the time you are taking it to different markets, then they can be able to identify and recognize the brand and make a trial purchase. From trial purchase, they can develop preference from the product and be our loyal customers. So the last strategy in the Igor Ansel strategy is what we call diversification strategy. In the diversification strategy means diversifying by producing new products or investing in new line of service delivery. If we produce a new product under diversification, what happens? We sell it in new markets. So that's the reason why you see in diversification, company intensify efforts to enter a new market. They try to enter a new market by producing new products. That new product might be related or completely unrelated to what they have been providing to customers before. So under diversification, companies diversify by investing into either related line of business or unrelated line of business. Be it they diversify into related or unrelated line of business, the whole idea of diversification is for the company to produce a new product and sell it in new markets. There are two types of diversification. We have what we call concentric diversification. Concentric diversification. That is A. Concentric or horizontal diversification, popularly called related diversification. So anytime you see that they say the company diversify into a related line of business, it is called concentric. That two words can be used interchangeably. They mean the same thing. Be it they call it concentric or related diversification. What does it mean? In concentric diversification, company enter a new market with a new product that is somewhat related to the company existing product offering. Meaning that the company diversify into a line of business that's related to what they have been doing before. That is the meaning of concentric diversification. For instance now, we have Dangote flour diversify into bakery industry. Already they are producing flour and they diversify into bakery industry. It's related. We have WAEC diversify into book publishing. It is related. So when we have another example here, an airline company might acquire international chain of hotel, airline, hospitality industry. They move to hotel, hospitality industry. It's still related diversification. So the advantage of related diversification is that it is less expensive. Less expensive, it is less risky, and it gives the company advantage of economic of scope. We can use one machine to produce two products. Another advantage of concentric or related diversification is that it will give us opportunity to use part of our existing facilities or manpower. So having looked at concentric diversification, then we look at the second one that we call conglomerate diversification. Conglomerate diversification is popularly called unrelated diversification. This occurs when the company moves to a new line of business entirely. It occurs when the company diversify by producing a product that is quite different from all the products they have been producing. That is what we call conglomerate or unrelated diversification. Let me give you a good example here. Apart from the example cited there, we have 7-Up bottling company during the COVID-19 identity and diversify into production of hand sanitizer. They named that hand sanitizer Be Too Sure. Probably you might have one or two people among us that have used it. They produce hand sanitizer, not quite long. They have to produce Be Too Sure bathing soap. Do you get it? And detergents. It's quite different from what 7-Up is known for because they produce carbonated drinks. That is conglomerate diversification. We have used Dangote as example in A, under related, that they produce flour, they diversify into bakery industry. Now look at it under conglomerate diversification. We have Dangote flour diversify into refinery business. It's quite different. It is highly risky, highly expensive. They cannot use all their resources or some of their staff that is producing flour in refinery business. So that means they can't use some of their existing manpower and resources. So in conglomerate diversification, we diversify into unrelated line of business. So when we call vertical diversification, in vertical diversification, we can diversify backward or forward in the value chain. So we still have some topics that will give us opportunity to discuss on this. When we overcome some of our suppliers, what do we call it? When we diversify into the line of business of our customers, what we call it, we are going to look at that. Another thing that you can see, or a name that you can come across under diversification, is hybrid diversification. HYBRID. Hybrid diversification means when a company use the combination of both related and unrelated. They diversify concentrically or conglomeratically. That's what we call hybrid diversification. So what are the benefits of diversification? I've mentioned some of them to you before. The benefit of diversification is reduced business risks, particularly the related diversification, because under the unrelated, the business risk is high. So another benefit of diversification is that it saves costs and generates synergy. It saves costs and generates synergy. 3 is promote economic of scope. You can use one machine to produce two. And another thing is that it helps to reduce rate of business failure and avoid over concentration of company on one particular line of business. So those are the benefits of diversification. The last two things that we are looking at before we call it a day is the meaning of gap analysis and withdrawal strategy. Gap analysis. Gap analysis simply means the differences between the company forecasted objective and actual results. That is the meaning of gap analysis. So it is the techniques that might be used for strategic planning. A gap is the difference between the position of a business entity and what the company actually achieved. For instance, we projected that come the year ended 2025, the company want to achieve increase in dividends by gaining $300 million profit after tax, as against $150 million profit after tax that we realized last year. So at the end of the year, the company, instead of meeting with $300 million profit after tax, they only earn $100 million profit after tax. The gap between 100 million and 300 million is what we call gap analysis. So our actual objective or result or performance is $100 million, while our projected future targeted profit is $300 million. So in gap analysis, we use it to make comparison between the standard objective that we set and the actual result or performance, so that we can be able to take note of the differences between our standard objective and actual result. So this one will give us opportunity to determine what are the factors that prevent the achievement of our projected forecast. It might be government policy, the economic condition, the insecurity in the nation, the increasing cost that comes as a result of increase in tariff, interest rate, and many more. It might be about changes in consumer behavior or competitors' action. So we need all these things to know the factors affecting our projected plans, our business performance, aspiration, and results. That is what we use gap analysis for. And you can see in our diagram here, we have market penetration, product development, market development, diversification. We want to use this strategy to achieve certain targets. So, but our expectations can either be met or not realized. So we have to take note. What is our actual result? What is our targeted or standard objective? How can we prevent reoccurrence of this ugly scenario? And if it is a positive result, how can we maintain or surpass this result that we realize? That is what we use gap analysis for. So lastly for today, we discussed on the time withdrawal strategy. Withdrawal strategy. The withdrawal strategy was mentioned when we are looking at the BCG Matrix. I told you that another name for withdrawal strategy is that it is called divestment strategy. We can call it divestment strategy, we can call it divestiture strategy, or we call it abandonment strategy. So what we use withdrawal strategy for is that the withdrawal strategy is used to withdraw unperforming products from circulation. With that mindset, what a good example is the drug products that generate low market share in a low-growing market. If that product continue with that poor performance or negative cash flow, we can withdraw the product in circulation gradually. We stop further production, sell the remaining ones, all our toxic assets and what have you, and then we close further production of the product. So withdrawal strategy is used when company is going towards liquidation or negative return on certain line of business they invested in on a particular product, or if they don't have the required resources of funds to further finance the product or compete in that industry, the company can use a withdrawal strategy. In a withdrawal strategy, we can use it to stop production of just one type of product while we continue to produce the remaining one. That's what we have here. That reduce the range of products offered to the market. Maybe we produce 4 products, out of which 3 are profitable. The other one that we have tried out, we could, we nurture it, we finance it, we take the excess profits elsewhere, we borrow money from bank to finance, we engage in promotion and some other things. Yes, the product did not peak in terms of performance. We can withdraw it while we concentrate in producing other line of business. In withdrawal strategy too, it can be that we reduce the number of markets or market segment where we operate. If we have been operating in about 6 regional markets now, we want to limit it to 4 that are profitable. That is what we call withdrawal strategy. And if they don't use the word withdrawal strategy, they call it divestment strategy or divestiture strategy. Or another simple English they can use is abandonment strategy. So these strategies are used to withdraw from a particular industry market segment, or withdraw or put stoppage to further production of certain products. So what are the reasons why we withdraw? I've told you some of the reasons, but still let us look at this. The reasons leading to a withdrawal from a product market area might be any of the following. 1, a decline in the size of the market or market segment. So the market is not appreciating. We go into that market with the mind of selling to larger populated markets there, the customers. But we just discovered that the market is becoming sparsely populated. A lot of people are leaving. It might be as a result of climatic condition, insecurity, or what have you. 2, more effective and successful competitors from rival. We cannot cope with hyper competition in that market. As a result of that, we withdraw from that market, thinking that we can look for another market segment that we can concentrate. We can withdraw from a market due to poor financial results. Poor financial results can make us to withdraw from a market. So these are some of the reasons why companies use withdrawal strategies. So with this, we come to the end of our lecture for today. Really thank you for your commitment and passion, and wish you the very best of luck. So enjoy the rest of your day. Is there any question before we call it a day? Because I have another lecture now.